All right, cool. We are recording. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us for tonight's team call. It's the first team call of 2018, and I am super pumped for this year. If you guys aren't excited about what's happening, I mean, like, the team is exploding, and I am, like, loving it. So we have a really special guest on tonight, but really quickly, some announcements. If you haven't noticed too, this Saturday is Super Saturday. So, I'm huge on going to events. And, this, like I always say, this business takes no talent. It just takes showing up. So hopefully everyone's going to a Super Saturday. I'll be going to Philly. A lot of us will be going to Philly. But there's still time. Just go into your Coach Online office and you can look for the nearest one near you. Just put in your zip code. It'll let you know where an event is happening. But that's really where you're going to get fired up. If you're not fired up or what already, definitely get to a Super Saturday. It's going to blow your mind. Just, this is all right, like social media, but being in a room with real people, feeling that energy is just contagious. So make sure you guys get to a Super Saturday this weekend. Tomorrow night, we're having a coach opportunity webinar. It's not actually being done by me, but it's being done by Keith Callahan and I believe Jessica Vandenberg and Shane Fryer. So it's just another way that you can invite people to this, right? To learn more about the coaching opportunity. So it's not you having to say it or memorize all this stuff. Just invite people to the group. I posted it, I think yesterday in the team page, but I'll post it again after tonight's call. Just invite people to it, right? Like, they don't have to join. They just have to listen. And I promise you, like, people listening to Keith, he has like that magic like voice and that, mindset that people just like connect with. So even if you don't get anybody to watch, I highly suggest getting on tomorrow night and watching yourself. It's all going to be recorded, but make sure I would just hop in that group, catch it live, catch the recording, and invite some people into there. Whether it's new challengers, old challengers, just invite people, right? Like, that's the biggest thing that we have to give people is this opportunity. And if we keep it into our mouths, and no one's going to know about it, we have to let people know about it. All right, cool. So getting into tonight's call, we have Debbie Giaquindo. I know Debbie because last year I joined BNI, which stands for Business Network International, and it like scared the crap out of me. And you guys know I'm super shy, but I wanted to do something to like get myself like out of my house and like into just kind of that public speaking type of role. But Debbie is huge on social media. She is called the Hudson Valley Wine Goddess. She actually wrote a book, I believe in 2017, so at the end of last year, it came out. And I'm sure she'll share more of her story with you, but she really has been able to connect with her wine and just social media and reach out to so many different people. So she also has Social Vine, where she helps small business people like us use social media and connect with people and make it about building a brand and not just selling stuff to people. So Debbie, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm going to shoot it over to you and we'll be listening.
Okay, great. Thank you for having me. As Rose said, like I've always been a marketing person. My background is in marketing, and it was probably about 10, 12 years ago, I started blogging about wine, and I got into the whole wine sphere, and we were always really on the cutting edge of social media right from the beginning, because we started having conferences back in 2006, wine bloggers conferences, which still go on today, where it's all about social media and connecting with people and what you can do more of and how to do it, and also working together and with other people in your sphere to move your brand along. So I do have a company called Social Vine where I consult with small businesses, and I'm a wine blogger and a wine writer. And in April, I published my book, Tapping the Hudson Valley. It's all about day trips and weekend itineraries, traveling the Hudson Valley. And once a month, the third Monday of the month, I do a show on live stream called Wine for Bed Street, where me and another co-host, a woman who owns Dracaena Wines, we go through the alphabet one letter at a time, and it's all about a wine. So, you know, I practice what I preach, and I always try it out before I try and tell you about it. So, but today we're going to do Instagram. So let's see if I can do this. Maybe I need to share the screen first.
Yeah, just click that green share screen, and then it'll
I'm trying to look.
Which one?
Which one it wants. You don't want Gruner show all windows. I got a lot of windows open.
If you do just like your computer, you could just maximize your screen.
There, share screen. There we go. So let's see. So are you seeing it?
Yes.
Okay. So where's the slideshow from the beginning? Okay. So we're going to share some Instagram tips here. One of the questions I believe Rose said is you wanted to know the best times to post, things like that. Do you all know how to read your insights on your Instagram accounts?
I'm going to go with no.
Okay, so insights are really important, not just for Instagram, but also Facebook. But if you go into your screen on your Instagram account and you press right there the bunch of different buttons there, that's going to take you to your insights. And that's where you're going to learn the behavior and the demographics of your audience, where your top posts are, your reach, your impressions, your engagements, and the most popular time of day that your followers are using Instagram. And it's the same for Facebook, although it's geared towards your Facebook posts and stuff. You can see Facebook breaks it really even farther down into different cities where your audience is from. Instagram doesn't do it as detailed, but this is just to show you what mine are. You know, I got 38% men, 62% women, New York, Poughkeepsie, Napa, London. And here you can see the times that I gotta minimize you guys. The different times here that my people are on Instagram. So really anywhere between, I'd say 12 noon and 9 p.m. or even 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. for me is a good time to post, because this happens to be on Tuesday. But if you go into what does all this mean, it gets even more detailed. And you can go into the different posts and you'll see which posts are performing better than others. So that's just something that you really should look at to determine, you know, maybe what time of day to post.
Debbie, if I could just interrupt for a second.
Sure, absolutely.
Does that have to be for a business Instagram account?
Yes.
Okay, because I think a lot of us still have like personal. Can we just switch that over really quick?
You can switch that over to okay. Business. Okay. Yes, and there is an option too, I believe, in your settings to do that.
Okay, great.
And, yeah, and the same thing with goes same thing for Facebook. You'll only find that on a Facebook page, not a profile.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I see it right here. So if you just go to your settings in your Instagram, it will say switch to business profile. So I think it's pretty simple. Cool. All right, thanks.
So once you switch to the business profile, that's when all the analytics and all that stuff will come in.
Awesome.
And now to be able to grow, one of the things to be able to grow your Instagram followers is to cross promote with each other. You know, comment on each other's posts. Go look and see other people in your industry and comment on their posts, even if they're competitors. You know, just, you know, you comment on their posts and stuff and you get conversations going. Another way is to set up a group share. Do you know anything about those, Rose?
I'm going to go with the no.
Okay, so a group share is if you go in to like send a private message to somebody through Instagram, you can like send it to two people. And then, and these are the instructions on how to do it. So the little airplane on the corner of your feed, you go into there and it'll bring up, you know, your followers. So you would tap a plus and select about 2-3 people, then like type a message, and then, select a photo, and then send it over to them. And then you can go back out and you can rename it and do a group name. So you might want to do, whatever your team is. So now that anytime each one of you will post something on Instagram, you'll do new post with your @ and your name. And then that's a private message going to everybody in the group. So then it can go onto your profile, look at your new post and comment. And that will get you your analytics going and more people seeing it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So it's almost kind of like a group chat in a way?
In a way, but it's a group chat letting them know that you just put a post out. And I'm talking like a picture. I'm not talking anything with stories. I'm just talking a regular, picture with words or whatever. And then you want the people in your group chat there to go on and like that, maybe comment on it. So say you put up a picture of a Shakeology, a new Shakeology recipe or something. And then, somebody else might come on and go, yes, I have got something just like that, but I added this to it. So now you got a conversation going, and that kind of ranks you higher in the Instagram, algorithm there for other people to see. And so the algorithm is kind of the same like Facebook.
Okay, so it would be more of a group that we can share that we're posting, and that will.
And what you want to do is everybody in the group needs to support everybody else.
Yeah. Kind of. We kind of do that on Facebook. We call it post pods, where we'll say we posted, and then we'll go to our friends, picture or our post and comment and like on it.
Right. So yeah, pretty much it's for Instagram.
All
Same
right,
thing
cool.
for Instagram.
Cool.
So this is how you do it. And I can email this over to you afterwards, Rose, so you have a copy of the program or the PowerPoint, so you can share it.
Great.
Or I'll put it up and send you the link. And then another question was hashtags. You can look for trending hashtags. Look for hashtags of the people in your sphere and your competitors and other people out there. What are they using? And a good tool is keep a bunch of hashtags in a notepad on your phone, so you can just cut and paste into your Instagram post when the time comes. You don't want to get really broad. Don't go on really broad terms like exercise, because a zillion people are talking about that. You might kind of want to get a little bit more specific. Like I gave some examples, Beachbody 21-day fix. Try and think, what applies to each of you and what you're doing with the hashtags. And, you can use, a lot of the hashtags, so don't be afraid not to use them. And this Hashtagify is a link you can go and see what hashtags also apply to your one hashtag. So if you put in exercise, it might tell you different words as well, different hashtags to use along with exercise that might be even more honed down and specific to you.
So we in the Beachbody world, we're told not to use hashtag Beachbody or hashtag Shakeology or hashtag 21-day fix, because every other coach is using that hashtag. So we're kind of told to, kind of more or less brand who we are. So if we're single moms or stay-at-home
Right.
moms or
That's perfect. That's perfect. I didn't want to say like exercise is just such a strong or,
too broad.
such a broad thing.
Yeah,
So,
I
but
think
I would
like
still use, people might, you want to think of hashtags are kind of like filing cabinets, what people are looking up. So, other people might be, within, Beachbody, whatever, might be using that, but people might be searching on it because they might be deciding whether or not it's a program that they want to enroll in.
okay. How would, like, I know I always, and I wrote down the website that you gave to find hashtags. Like, that's my thing is like, I always try and come up with like fun hashtags, but I don't know if anyone's actually looking at that. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what you can do then too is if you go into, I usually use Twitter, like search.twitter.com and type in the hashtag, and this applies to Twitter, but you can see the hashtags. But also with Instagram, when you go to hashtag it, it'll tell you how many other hashtags are with that.
Okay. Is there a specific number or just the higher the better?
What do you mean, the higher the amount of people using that hashtag?
Yeah.
There's two schools of thoughts on that, like if I did wine, I mean, so many, that's just so broad, it depends on what the hashtag is within your sphere. Is 2 million people talking about that? Do you want to be 1 in 2 million people, or do you want to be 1 in maybe 3,000?
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
So where are you going to find it? It'd be like, where are you going to find your business? Where do you want to be found? You'll get lost in the million, but you might be found in the thousands or even in the hundreds.
Yeah, totally.
So, and don't be afraid to make up a hashtag either. Even like for your group, you can make up a hashtag, or, don't be afraid to make up a hashtag, but just keep using that hashtag.
Awesome.
So this is what that hashtagify looks like. So it'll give you the popularity of it, the trend. And Insta stories. I'd say do videos, create a series of consecutive posts, and then build on that. So if you have a certain story, say it's even creating a certain recipe for Shakeology or something, take the first picture, put the graphic, whatever on it, and save that to your phone. Then the next, and then upload it to stories, and then just keep adding to that picture until your story is complete. Is one way to do, for stories. You can turn your images into video. Video seems to gets a lot more play, a lot more focus on. So you can take your just still pictures and kind of turn them into stories. And some of the programs you can use are Adobe Spark and HypeType, which is just for iOS. It puts overlays onto it. I really like Adobe Spark, and there is a free app for it. It's on iOS, and you can also use Canva to put overlays on it. So there's a lot of different things for that and add to your stories. And I believe another question was your ads. First of all, if you're going to do any ads on Instagram, you really need to define your audience, and that you would define by looking at your insights. And you can hone in on, the whole demographics and, what people are looking for. But you want to send them to something, make sure you define what is it is that you want out of that ad. You know, they want to know what's in it for me. So if they're going to go somewhere, put them through some type of a sales funnel so you can collect their email addresses. And to do that, what are they getting out of that? Are they getting, you know, some, you know, great healthy recipes? Are they getting, you know, new exercises for something? Because when I tell people, oh, I want to do a Facebook ad, I want to do an Instagram ad, I say, you know, you don't want to just point them to a website. You want to point them to something where you can collect their email address, because that's what's really important, because that way you can do email blasts to them, whether, you know, it's once a week, once a month, whatever it is. And a program like MailChimp is something that's very affordable. It's free for the first 2,000 names. So if you want to give that a try and set something up on that, I would suggest that. But you know, that's what I feel about ads. You really need to know, you know, have something. What are they going to get? And you really want that email address.
Do you think that we need ads on Instagram? I feel like Instagram is still like a free-to-play type of thing, where Facebook is getting more towards like paying to play.
They're both kind of pay to play. If you ever scroll through your feed, you'll see a lot of ads. But because you still, unless you have, I can't even remember the number, you can't have any, you know, your links aren't linkable on Instagram. It's like 10,000 followers or something. So you really need, what do you want to see out of it? What would you be putting an ad on Instagram for? You know, where do you want to direct them to? And you want to get something out of that so that you can reach out and touch them again, so that you can say, hey, you know, and talk to them about the program.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So I have a Facebook business page, and I regularly do ads on my Facebook business page. And so my advertisements are for, like I've branded it, and other people do it, but just like similarly. So like, it's like a Ditch the Mom Bod project, right? So it's my groups, but I have a branding around the group that I'm running. So it's not a funnel, because it's actually an ad for the specific group, right? I'm selling the services with a branding package around that, which is probably what most people do. Like if any of us run ads, they're selling, you know, they're creating an ad for their groups, versus a funnel. So are you saying that it's less effective, something like that, on Instagram versus the funnel? And that's why you're suggesting that?
Well, I'm suggesting, so you run an ad for people to join your group.
Yeah.
Correct. And then what do you do when somebody leaves your group?
So the advertisement is for an event. So it's around an event, and so people say they're interested or not. So it's different on Instagram, which is probably why I'm starting to say it's making sense to do that, because it's an event versus there's not that option on Instagram.
Right. So but now let me ask you this. So your event, does it have an event page on a website?
No, it just has an event page that's linked to my business page, and I personally reach out to those people.
Right. So the event is totally within Facebook itself.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I kind of answered my own question now. So I get what you're saying though, is because on Instagram we don't have like those kind of functionalities. You're just going to basically say, hey, buy me, or you want to get their email.
Right. You want to get something on Instagram. You want to tell them to register for something. So you have to kind of send them somewhere to learn more, because you have that button, you know, learn more or whatever. And that's where you want to send that. to capture their information.
Yeah, you want a freemium to get them to your funnel.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And that's what I'm seeing. Like when I see a whole bunch of ads, I'm seeing all these things like sign here, click here. And I'm like totally one of those people that I click all those things and I give them my emails because it's like, hey, click here for like a free meditation or click here for this. And they get your email and then you get all those floods of emails.
And then you start getting them. Yep.
Exactly. Okay, cool. Thank you.
And that's, that's how people, they build it because, I mean, I get a boatload of email too, but every now and then there is something that catches my eye. Yeah. There is that pair of shoes from Nine West that I'm going to buy.
Yep.
So anybody else have any questions?
Someone asked what a funnel is. Do you want to tell them?
Sure. Let me finish this because then
I would say let's finish
so
this.
I can actually see your faces and not my computer. I think I'm almost done. I am actually, because this was the last thing, and this is just my information on where to get a hold of me. And now how do I get out of here so I can
I think there might be like an escape thing on the top. Like all the way on the top. I forget if I'm not like actually seeing it myself.
Yeah, there's a share. Hold on. No, that's no.
Does anyone remember where the escape thing is? Or there might be like a view options and then like click on the down arrow and then that might have you escape. It should be on the very top.
The very top. Yep. Oops, now I lost you. Oh, here it is.
Oh, stop share.
Stop video. Is that what I want? No?
Stop video, I think you would exit out.
New share, pause share.
Yeah, try that and see what happens.
Pause share?
No, the other one. Exit share. Or whatever.
I don't have, stop share, duh.
That's it. You got it!
It's that cold brain, I'm sorry. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a cold.
It's all good.
So.
Yeah, we had a lot of questions in the chat. But I think
I didn't see the chat because I had the thing up. So.
Yeah, it's okay. I think a lot of them were kind of just talking back and forth. But if you wanted to answer the sales funnel question,
sure.
like
So
we have a lot of new coaches on, so that might be a little bit advanced for them. So if you're like a new coach, don't let your brain explode. But yeah, if you want to explain it, Debbie.
And ask questions when you have them. So a sales funnel is you have something and you want to catch their email address. People don't want to just sign up for a newsletter or whatever. They want something for nothing. So like I said, like maybe it's some recipes, some exercises. So they're going to give you an their email address, and then they're going to be able to instantly download whatever it is, or have access to, if you have a free 10-minute build your ad program or something, I don't know, they'll get instant access to that. So now you have their email address. So then if you want more for it, you would, if it's a program that you're doing, you might then turn around and send them, I hope you enjoyed my whatever, and we're having this program, whatever the date is. So it's a funnel. So you're constantly reaching out and touching them, and trying to, talk to them and get them involved in whatever it is, whether it's purchasing something or joining something.
Yeah, a lot of for the newer coaches, if you follow like other top coaches or you see some of their ads, if you click on it, they're always going to ask for your email, whether it's through like a Google form or they have some sort of website that enters it. Like I know I use ClickFunnels, but like I would say like if you're a new coach, like don't even worry about that right now. But just having that email address, like Debbie was saying, you can than like how I've been like emailing all of you guys. Like I just do it from one system. I don't do it from my Gmail. Gmail, I can't handle that many emails, but it just is an easier way to collect things because we don't own Facebook. We don't own Instagram. If any of the, and Shailene Johnson always says this, that if those things go away, having their email is the one thing that like we quote unquote own. So that's kind of like the upside of having people's email address versus just having like just using Facebook Messenger.
Oh, I found out a new thing with Facebook, ManyChat.
What is it called?
So they're bots. So I set it up on my cousin's website because he's launching a restaurant. So nothing's like active yet. But so you have specials and you want to talk to people, it comes up in Messenger. So you're privately messaging people on Facebook.
I have seen that, and I wondered
how. Yeah, I set it up, and that's something to ManyChat. Check out ManyChat here.
ManyChat?
Yeah. And here, let me see if I can bring it up really quick, and I'll put the link in.
All right, cool.
Here it is. And then you can actually, here it is. You can actually, be listed for people that look for things to sign up with through Facebook.
Yes.
So that you can, be in the big, huge sphere of people who do this Facebook messaging. So, cool. and you have to actually answer, like I signed up for it, and then I get this email or this message through Messenger saying that, we received this, but you have to respond through the ManyChat. So you can't just respond through Messenger. It's another funnel type of situation.
All right, cool. All right. Does anyone have any questions? If you guys want to unmute yourselves, feel free.
Any questions for anything?
I have a question about increasing your followers. So do you think the most effective way is just really engaging with followers from specific hashtags? Or like, what about like boosting a post? Or do you think that it's just finding people in person, like one by one, going through and finding people is the most effective way?
I think engaging with other posts and other people is a good way to get followers. I mean, you can run an ad and, try if you're, to get followers for that, on that. But I think the best way to get the qualified is to engage with people.
Okay.
And, and see what happens on that.
What do you know about those programs that like automatically engage for you on other people's posts? I forget what they're called, Instagram, or there's other ones I've heard about.
Yeah, my personal feeling on things like that, if it doesn't come from you, it's not genuine.
Yeah.
So when you have stuff like that, I'm kind of a control freak. I want to have control on what I say. And I want to be the one building the relationship, not having a bot build a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I think they actually took Instagram down because I used it maybe like a year or two ago, and I think they shut it down for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, so I mean that's a personal thing. I mean, you want it to be authentic and genuine coming from you, and you want to build your business that way. It should come from you. I mean, I'm all for. I use Latergram to schedule my posts on Instagram. But as far as engaging and stuff, I do all that myself. And you'll find, like, if you create the group and thing on Instagram, you can, add other, people to it that you might think will benefit from it, and they might start following you, within your sphere.
So who do you normally pick to do that? Like other people within that wine industry that like your business partners with, or like what type of people do you?
People that I know. Yeah, actually, we started one. I went to a conference in November. We had one. We actually have two different ones going. But one from the conference, I got added to one, and I mean, it's growing strong, and I've gained quite a number of followers.
How many people are
genuine followers? Because you got to watch out. Some people will follow you, and then when you follow them back, then they'll unfollow you.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful on on all that.
How many people are in those groups? Is it kind of just like a informal, I'm going to add you to this and see if you stay in the group?
No, it's a we all know each other.
Okay.
So it's,
So you're not just going to add random people into that.
Right.
Okay.
Right. It's going to be people you know.
What really is it? I'm still confused on the little group thing. Like what is the purpose of it?
The purpose of it is, so you make a new post on Instagram, and you're going to want other people to engage in your post. Like it, comment on it. So now you're telling your friends that you made this post, so go check it out and tell me what you think. So it can be something as simple as a sunrise, with a caption.
So you want them to comment on it?
You want them to comment on it and like it.
And that's it? That's the only thing you're using?
That's the only thing you want out of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
I believe Instagram is coming out with a share button, so eventually you'll want them to share it too. I haven't gotten it on my Instagram yet, but that's coming down the pike.
There was one question, Debbie, for your business profile. What do you suggest for them to put as category for coaches? Should we put a public figure, or does that even matter?
You should pick a good category that would fit what you're doing. Health coach, fitness coach, depends, I think I would narrow it down for that if you're able to. I think of coaches as like a football coach, but a sports coach, unfortunately. That's it's what you perceive yourself as, that you would want people that if they're looking in that category to find you.
And I would also just look at other top coaches and see what they put and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No harm in looking what other people are doing and seeing if it works for them, and do that.
Do you know, is there any way to change it once you make that category?
I'm sure. Let me see.
Somehow.
To change the category, let me see what I don't even know what category I am.
Okay, she says she figured it out.
Yeah, I put I'm a public figure, so.
Okay. Yeah, I got to change mine to a business, and I'll probably just put public figure as well.
Yeah, so.
Cool. All right. Does anyone have any last questions for Debbie? I'm going to put Debbie's contact info into our team page. Debbie, what?
You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up on SlideShare. I'll add this onto my SlideShare account, and I'll send you the link. That way everyone can get to it.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
Perfect.
Anything else?
No, if you want to go, we're just going to probably hang on for another 10 minutes. and just do
Okay.
some stuff. But Debbie, thank you so much for hopping on. That was like great info, and I know everyone is like dying to get those slides. And I wrote down like all those great websites to go on to help me with some hashtags.
Yeah, I will go do that now, and then I'll message you the link.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Debbie.
All right, take care. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
All right, see ya. All right. Okay, so I just wanted her to hop on because she's kind of like outside of the Beachbody world, so I thought we might get something different than just what we kind of normally hear. But I asked Alicia and a couple of the other leaders to just hop on tonight too and share kind of like their best practices of what's working for them. I thought Alicia was on. I don't see her anymore. Is Alicia still on? Chirp, chirp. No, I think she went off. So I will share what's working for me on Instagram is definitely, and anyone else that, you know, is doing their stuff on Instagram, you know, chime in. But Instagram stories has been like awesome for me, and always like tag your location. So I'm going to try and see if I can share my phone with you guys. I think I can. Give me 1 second. Screen mirror. Nope, doesn't want to work tonight. All right, so yeah, in your Instagram stories, you definitely want to be tagging a location. So what I'll do is I'll like randomly, depending upon like what time it is. So if like right now, I'll pick like more West Coast places because they're still kind of like in their afternoon times. So I'll pick like places that have a lot of people and people that, I know this kind of sounds mean, but people that are wealthy, you know, like people that would like purchase things from me. So I'm not gonna like, so I'll kind of like go through and like, so I'll do like Austin, Texas, or like one time like I found this random city in Texas and like I had like 300 viewers. So I'll use that a lot. And I'll put either like I have like my own personal website that I put in to my Instagram bio. So those people from Texas will see my story. They'll click on my website and then they'll schedule a call with me. You can do it as simple as Jessica. I think Jessica's on, and Jessica uses some other thing where you can click on some other app, and it will kind of like send their information to you. So you can do that with like using a Google form. I don't know if Jess, are you on or can you talk? No, I think she's putting the baby away. But I'll ask her what that is. But that's just a way to get like random people. So in every single one of my stories, I'll find a different location. I rarely do my own location. Okay. Oh, hey.
Hi, I'm here.
Hey. Yeah.
Dark.
What's that thing that you link in your Instagram profile?
That is, hold on, let me try. Oh, I turned it off.
It's Linktree, I think.
That is the Linktree.
Linktree.
So let me look it up on my thing. Yeah, so it's, can you guys see my phone at all?
Oh, now we can, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, it's the blue link. You see it? So I'll spell it for you guys in the messenger. It's linktr.ee. So if you Google, oh God, that even came up wrong. Link, it auto-corrected me. linktr.ee. It looks like that. So if you Google that, it takes you, like I can show you mine really quickly. If you guys want to hang on for a sec. So if you go to link, you can even just go Linktree. I'll probably go right to it. Yeah, so if you click on that, then it'll take you to like your main one, which you set up through Instagram. So when I log in, so what you can do is you create different links to whatever it is that you're trying to get people to fill out, or if it's a direct link to your Facebook page or a direct link to your Instagram account. So if you go to this website, you just log in through Instagram, and when they click on it, this is what they see. So I create the links over here just by adding a new link. So right now, like I have my 80-day obsession is the top. So if they click on that, it takes them to a Google form that I created. So you can put the links right here, and then I can go right to my Google form and see anybody who fills out that application. There's a Google form for contacting me. I put my link directly to my Facebook page, my Instagram, a Google form for joining the team, for joining a challenge group, my link to my Pinterest board, and a link to my, this isn't on right now because I don't really go too active on my business page, but there's a link to that too. So when you go to it, if you guys go to my Instagram, if you follow me, and you actually click like right on the link, it should go. Don't mind my unmanicured fingers. So it takes you, anybody who visits my Instagram account, it'll take you right to that page that I see on the right. So if they click on that, it literally takes you right through Instagram, right to my Google form. So like I was saying to Alicia that I am dying desperately to have the swipe up option. If you guys like follow top coaches and they're all like, oh, just swipe up, swipe up, swipe up. Apparently you need to have like 10,000 followers. So I'm working on that. But in the meantime, all you have to do is direct them back to your profile. And you can even post like a picture of, I'll do it tonight if you guys check out my thing. If you want to connect with me, you can circle it and put an arrow and say, click here. So there's just different ways that you can reference it back to your profile, but it's just one way to put like a housing of all of the different ways that they can connect with you or apply for a group or whatever it is. So that's Linktree, and it is free. So where do you paste the links? Sorry, I haven't done. Oh God, I'm the least techie person ever. So you just literally just copy and paste whatever links you're including. So for me, I use a lot of Google Forms just because that's what I find easier. So that's what I use. It's just, you just copy paste right from your Google form and right into the Linktree. And that's done by the website or on the computer. So don't try and do that on your phone. It's too hard.
Yeah, so you're just going to place the link right underneath in your bio.
Yeah. So you're going to edit your bio and go down to the bottom. And like I put, can you still see my thing?
I am sharing my screen.
If you go with me if you go to mine, it says, can you guys see it? It says connect with me here. Yeah. And then right underneath I have my Linktree. So if people look at my profile, they know that they can click on that in some way to get in contact with me.
Cool. I like it. I like it. Yeah, so I just wanted to share with you guys. I had it like 2 seconds ago. There we go. Night, hun. You guys can see my Instagram, right? Okay, cool. So yeah, in Instagram stories, like you don't see that I'm tagging Texas, but like I make it really small. Or like I always do a location and I always hashtag. I always do at least like 3 workouts. Like I try to make it funny. But you know, if you click on the views, you can see. Like, you know, I used Austin, Texas, because my dog's Austin too. But I had 29 viewers just from doing hashtag, you know, transformation.
Hey, Rose, stop right there.
Yeah.
where I've got a question. So where you've got where it says Austin story right there. So, like, how do you see the people who where it says 32 viewers? How do you actually see the people who's actually are the viewers? Where it says Transformation Tuesday story, 29 viewers. Like, if you click on that, will it give you the name of the people who actually viewed? Because that's the thing.
Psychology is good for you.
Hush, Liz.
No, that's the thing. Like, you won't, but you won't see like who exactly those people are. But if you do like a poll, which I did like in the Dave says hi. Like, I did a poll in this one, and obviously like nobody clicked on it yet. But like, that's how you could get people. Like, I did New Brunswick, New Jersey, and there was only 7, so that wasn't the greatest time to use a poll. But like, that's how you can then see like if those people from other locations are who they are, right? And then you can send them a private message. But yeah, if it's just like 7 viewers, I can't. If I click on it, it just shows me who else tags New Brunswick, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've been trying to, like, whenever I see, like, I'll have this many people from that location, I'm like, well, how do I see the people so I can follow them and connect? But I could never figure out. I thought I was, like, missing some big piece.
No, it's just to, like, hopefully they'll follow you. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe one of those people will start following you. And especially I think if you use a location, like, every single day, then the same people start seeing your stuff every single day. Yeah, so today, like I did 3, like I always do 3 of my workouts. And I don't know why I don't post my Facebook post on my Instagram. I don't know. I'm weird with that. But I'll use that. And then like, Jessica's really good with this too. She'll, like, I talked about the business opportunity webinar. So like, if you can go through, obviously, and then at the end, I'll make kind of like my own, like this is an old photo, obviously it's not summertime. But I'll do more like engaging posts. Like, do you want to blah, 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 blah. And then I'll do one of these, whatchamacallit. And, sorry. And when you're doing this, like, don't say like, yes, like, do you want to join my challenge group? Yes and no. Like, I always put, send me the link or me. Like, because if you see somebody and they click on no, like, you're going to feel like womp womp, right? So don't give people the option to say no, like, no, I don't want to join your webinar. Say, hell yeah, like, send me the link, or yes, I'm in, or sign me up, whatever. Like, always make your poll options both positive. That way, you're not letting yourself down, or you're not getting jerks, right? But like, go through this, like, so I'll go through like my workouts, especially. I'll go through all of these, and I'll, like, a lot of them, yeah, I know them. Yes, I've sent them a message before, and half of it is you guys. But I'll always go through and say, hey, like, I see, I'll do what that one chick that's like pretty popular on Instagram. I forget her name. But she'll always go through and say like, hey, I see you're like creeping on my Instagram stories. Like, have you ever thought about joining one of my virtual boot camps? Or, hey, I see you checking out my Instagram stories, like, and all my fitness stuff. Have you ever thought about doing what I do as a virtual coach, right? Like, if people are creeping on your stuff, like, that gives you the full right to message them. And if they don't respond, like, I feel like if people don't respond to me on Instagram, I'm like, okay, whatever, like, not a big deal. It like rolls right off of me, versus like Facebook. I don't think people, I don't know. I just like private messaging like that on Instagram better than Facebook. So, and another tip, like, for Instagram stories, like, always be doing an invite, whether it's an invite to your challenge group or an invite to the coaching opportunity. I think that's key to do on your stories. Does anyone else, Jess, if you're still there, or Leah, what's working, or Lisa, what's working for you on Instagram?
Well, I can share. I don't have a whole lot to say about what's working yet because this is brand new for me, but I could say that my followers have increased a lot. And I also hopped on a Lewis Howes Instagram free training that he gave a lot of really good content. So I figured I'd just give you guys a couple tidbits from that. So the first thing that he said that's super important is to make sure that your profile really looks good. Make sure that your bio and your profile image is like a picture of you, of your face, like clearly like up close, and that your profile is like kind of clear, like what you are or what you do, because that's what people are going to go right to. You know, he suggests like you use like an attractive smiling photo, and it gives you credibility. And that your pictures, like he says, he didn't go a lot into branding, but he said that you want to make sure your pictures really have like a clean look. So a lot of like the top like coaches I've been looking at, like they all really have like a look to their photos. Either they have like a formula to like, you know, their pictures, or they all like have like light pinks, or they all use like similar color like fonts. Like it just doesn't look like mismatch hodgepodge, which is what mine looks like. It has like a pretty look to it. He also mentioned, like that the lady talked about for that hashtags thing, he mentioned a website called all-hashtag.com. And basically what it is like, so if you're going to post, like you want to do a hashtag, like you want to do hashtags and the message of your post is around like Transformation Tuesday, you could put that that in the search criteria, and then it'll give you 25 of the most trending hashtags. So that's why he recommends that you definitely use that. This kind of using this website, then yeah, it's all-hashtag.com. The only thing that I thought about that would be different is that this is not going to get at like your avatar. So if you're using hashtags to get at your avatar person, that's not going to be good for this. But this is going to be like good to reach like a broad audience on a specific topic. He also said make sure you look at your analytics about when you're posting. You can schedule your posts on latergram.com, which the lady said also. Rose's girl said latergram.com. One of the most important things to increase your followers is to deliver value. So he recommends you reshare viral content because your post can go viral. So going to trending posts, if it's obviously applicable to your genre, like if it's a inspiring video or it's something that's relative to your specific niche or genre, sharing a viral video can make your video go viral and then bring bring followers to you. I haven't used Latergram. This is not my feedback, Lauren. This is from Lewis Howes, so I haven't used it yet. I'm not near that. I'm just getting consistent on Instagram. And then obviously live stories, engaging with your audience. They also suggested doing giveaways, and contests or challenges, all free stuff, to get a lot of followers. So like for instance, like, I mean, I normally do these anyway, like free squat challenges or something like that. But then within that post, like say, in order to be entered into the post, like, you know, tag 5 friends or follow my page or whatever like that. So you get like a whole bunch of people in like one specific post to do this. I'm planning to do that for my free challenge this month. And then he went into monetizing Facebook, which is not really relevant to us. But I thought that some of those tips were pretty good, specifically those websites. and just thinking of doing like free challenges on Instagram. So
Cool. I did have another app, and it's called InShot. I'll put it up here in the chat too. And that's like if you take a picture, like, and you're not on Instagram, and if you've ever tried using it for like Instagram or for like an Instagram stories, and it's like too big or too small or just like awkward, that app like makes it fit for your Instagram stories, which I find super helpful. Lisa had some good stuff in the comments too. Be yourself, make it fun, get people to know you. Oh, and something that me and Alicia did that I thought was, I didn't get any people signing up through it, but we did the live Instagram stories, and we kind of, did the share. So it was like 2 of us, and me and Tracy did it once too. But I think it's a great way to just like show your personality and show that it's not just you like doing this, right? Like you have a team, you have other people doing this with you, and they get to get a sense of what the team is like, and it's, other personalities. Yeah, I'll post them, Lauren, in the team page. Yep. Cool. Any other questions, comments? 9:30, almost on the dot. Yeah, I think Instagram, we just have to roll with the times, right? Like Facebook is changing. I personally feel like Instagram is just where we need to go right now. But find the thing that works for you and stick with it. Learn on it, right? Like we're all here trying to learn something a little bit different. Like I know I'm not a guru whatsoever, but we're all here trying to learn. So watch YouTube videos. I know a lot of coaches are doing training on this, and they're putting it out there on their YouTube pages. So I'm sure if we all kind of just put our noggins together, watch some trainings on this, we can, keep sharing what we're learning on Instagram. All right, ladies, hope you have a great night, and I will see some of you on Saturday for Super Saturday. If not, I will see some of you the following week for our team retreat. Have a great night. See ya.